The Roys on WAMU's Bluegrass Country. That's Those Memories off their latest CD, Gypsy Runaway Train, which is available to the public on the 4th, but which you will be able to hear right here on bluegrasscountry.org. And you said, I mean, obviously that's a song that Dolly has done. And I think when I'm listening to this particular album, I hear a lot of influence in your voice from Dolly. What are some of your influences?
I mean, Dolly is my biggest influence. I've been listening to her forever. I was actually introduced to her by my grandpa, Roy. He had heard Coat of Many Colors and fell in love with her. And I was singing at the time. And he said, I really think you'd like this gal. You need to listen to her. And I fell in love with, she's a great songwriter, a great vocalist, and a great person. I just love her personality. She's so humble and never forgot where she came from. So she's definitely a big idol in my life. And, I still listen to her today and go to concerts. And so she's definitely my biggest influence for sure, yeah.
Excellent. What about the rest of you?
Well, for me, growing up, it was Merle Haggard, George Jones, Conway Twitty, Bill Monroe, the Osborne Brothers, Stanley Brothers, all the greats growing up, Jimmy Martin. And then the first time I heard Ricky Skaggs was kind of where I said, okay, that's it. That's the sound I want.
Talk about Merle Haggard. You've got a Haggard song on the CD.
Yeah, we'd been covering this for a long time. Growing up, Merle was one of Dad's favorites around the house, and this song was a song that we would sing and play. And then when we started doing the bluegrass thing, we stumbled on this song actually just kind of jamming on it one day, warming up. And I don't know what we were playing, and it kind of had that same feel. And I started singing the lyrics to this. And the band was basically like, we need to start covering this. And we started doing it. And ever since then, it's probably top 3 songs that people come up to us and want to know if it's on a CD. So when we put the CD together, it was a no-brainer that this song was going to be on there. And we recently received an email from Merle actually asking for copies of the CD. So, which was pretty cool, we're not sure if it's because he wants to hear it or he wants to put a restraining order on us not to play it anymore. But
well, you haven't heard from him yet, right?
We have not. So either way, we're very excited, and we hope that he's excited and that he realizes that we did this out of the respect of Merle Haggard to do this song. We'll do it for you. It's Ramblin' Fever.
The Roys on WAMU's Bluegrass Country. That's Ramblin' Fever off their latest, they're brand new, it's not even out yet, brand spanking new album, Gypsy Runaway Train. Well, speaking of Ramblin' Fever, you guys have been rambling all over the place. You've been in Europe, you've been back home, well, I don't know if home in Canada, but tell us a little bit about your European trip.
Yeah, we just got back this past Monday. I think today's Wednesday. We left a week ago Monday, did shows in Copenhagen, Aalborg, Boole, Germany, and London. It was a trip of a lifetime. Always had, dreamt to go there. Didn't think we'd ever go, but they say music is the universal language, and we were so well received. They were so kind to us and gracious. A lot of people knew who we were. They listen online and they buy CDs, and so it was really exciting. And I think we made some new fans, and I hope they invite us back because we loved it. And then we got home in Nashville around 8 o'clock Monday, and in less than 24 hours we're on the bus, and here we are today. It's awesome, Gypsy Runaway Train.
It is a Gypsy Runaway Train.
Yeah, it was amazing to be over there and to see the folks. There was even in London, there was a lady that was singing the words to some of our songs, and it truly is a universal language. It's amazing to see how your music really spans the whole world.
And you guys had not toured in Europe before. This was
Never.
The first time?
First time.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's
We're
just
very
great.
excited.
I mean, Europe is really becoming kind of a hotbed of bluegrass music, and the European Bluegrass Music Association, sort of the European version of the IBMA, which is international, but is based in the U.S. Yeah. And so good times. That sounds like...
It was wonderful.
It was wonderful, and the people were just very gracious and just beautiful country. It's amazing.
Wonderful. Well, what do you got next?
I tell you, we're gonna take a little exit here, and we had a lady said that she was going to be listening in, and that she would love to hear Grandpa's Barn. We figured we'd throw this one in there off the New Day Dawning CD, show a little love to that record as well. So it's a song that I co-wrote about our grandfather up in New Brunswick, Canada, and it's very dear to us. It's every time I sing it, I can still see him sitting there, and just such an influence on my life. And this song is one of those songs that doesn't matter where we play it. People come up to us after and always say, thank you for having me relive memories of my granddad. And we've even had people come up and say, I haven't talked to my granddad in a while, and I'm going to call him. You know, I need to check in on him. So that's the power of music. That's the amazing thing. And so Grandpa's Barn, hope everybody likes it out there. There's an old rusty tractor sitting there in his barn, still covered in dirt from working on his farm. And there's an old faded calendar from Johnson's hardware store, still says July 1954. There's a piece of that ladder I climbed where he couldn't see. I smoked my first and last cigarette, and I turned John Deere green. You know he never told Mama when he caught me, he just laughed and said, son, now that won't make you a man. Today the sun was shining as the family gathered round. Teardrops were falling as we laid him in the ground. But I knew where I could come to be with things close to his heart. There's a lifetime of memories in Grandpa's barn. Rolled back the cover on his long white Cadillac. At 10 years old he'd let me steer, sitting there on his lap. And there's a picture of Grandma that he kept in the dash, and an old 8-track, his favorite, the one and only, Johnny Cash. In the corner of his tackle, underneath his cross, oh, there's a worn-out Holy Bible, the one that saved him when he was lost. He'd tell me, remember, son, you gotta get down on your knees and thank God for the blessings you receive. Today the sun was shining as the family gathered round. Teardrops were falling as we laid him in the ground. But I knew where I could come to be with things close to his heart. There's a lifetime of memories in Grandpa's barn. I'm reliving a lifetime Grandpa's barn. Sure love and miss you, Grandpa.
The Roys, live in studio on WAMU's Bluegrass Country on this Wednesday. For everybody who's out there listening, The Roys, Gypsy Runaway Train, it is available June 4th, and you can find out all the information that you need to know about The Roys at theroysonline.com. Here's The Roys, Gypsy Runaway Train.